Alright guys, I'm about to install these locks I just got, and basically you just need, it says on the instructions to have a 1/8 drill bit. So I've got my good handy Milwaukee kit 1/8 drill bit so I can pre-drill, and then I've got my, I'm going to use this as a template, and then I'm going to use a Sharpie to mark the center, and you have to get it pretty close to the middle of the door because that's where most of the slop is, so you can shut your door. So I went ahead and marked the center of all the holes with the Sharpie. Now I'm going to pre-drill with my Milwaukee in 1/8 drill bit. Then I'm going to switch over to, I think it's like a number 2 Phillips head. If you guys can see that. Maybe it's not going to focus. Okay. I love these little Milwaukee drills, impact driver. And then I'm going to go ahead and try to use the longer screws provided. So it goes in the stud. And the reason I'm using this in the bathroom is because I don't have an additional lock, and also too, I don't have my door opens outward, my main door. So this only opens or works on doors that open inward, not outward. So if you have a door to your outside that opens outward, it's not going to work. It only opens on doors that open in to lock people out. So let's go ahead and I'm going to start with the center. Hopefully I can get this in. Seems like the screws lock in pretty decent. So let's go ahead and try that. And I think I'm going to have a problem because first of all, I put it backwards. You can tell first of all because it's not countersunk on the opposite side. So that's the way you'll know you're doing it wrong for one reason. Second reason is there won't be enough clearance to shut the door. So let's try this again. Countersunk, and the door closes. So that's the main thing. Go ahead and make sure your door closes, because if it doesn't, it's not going to work. And then what you do is basically this comes over and locks. That way the door cannot open. So this is a really good cheap way. Say if you want to throw a lock on something, or this is even if you're traveling and you just don't feel comfortable, you're by yourself or what have you, this is something you can actually install on the road, and then you could basically pull the screws out and put a little putty in there and fill them up, and nobody be the wiser. So, and these are pretty strong because it's going into the stud in the wall. So this is going to be the fastest, easiest, secure way to do this on a budget. And these are only like, I think 10 bucks a piece. So let's go ahead and finish out. One more. Look how long these are. So these definitely will go through the door jamb and into the stud. I tightened it too much and actually drew it out. I might have to pull those back because it's actually pulling pull the lock mechanism away. But it still works. You might want to bring the lock mechanism out a little bit, because what's going to happen is it's going to draw it in and it's going to catch that lip. I mean, even though it still works, if you bring it out a little bit, it's not going to catch that lip. If you can see how it's catching that lip a little bit, and it's starting to pull away from the door jamb. See that? If you tighten these too much. So you can either loosen those or pull it away. I set it flush with the door stop. If you bring it back a little bit, this will actually mimic the curvature of the door jamb. It still works. I'm going to leave it like that because I don't want to drill any more holes, but just pay attention to that. If you can, bring it back about 1/4 inch or 1/8 of an inch, like to here, and then that'll sit nice and flush and it won't pull away from the door jamb. All right, guys, 2 more doors to go and I'll be done. So I'll leave a link in the description. And like I said, it's the quickest, easiest way, one of the cheapest ways to secure your door. I mean, it's not the most secure, but it's a lot more secure than some of these cheaper door locks that you have. So there you go. It's going to be a lot, harder to break in than just a regular little lock like this. All right, I'll see you on the next one.